What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Listen, Dolphin fans, we have some breaking news. The Miami Dolphins, as of right now, are meeting with Melvin Ingram, defensive end free agent from the Kansas City Chiefs. All right. This is a must signing. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. This is a must signing. We are already thin at depth for the defensive end position. This is what the Miami Dolphins need to do. Bring that man in. He doesn't have to be the vocal point, the starter, all of that stuff. He can be in the rotation and give quality snaps, and another good player who, I mean, he's a shell of himself of what he used to be, but he's still a good quality player that came on strong last year for the Chiefs. So the Miami Dolphins can't screw this up. I think this is a huge opportunity to get it done. And let me tell you what else I like about it. This might allow Ogba to go on the outside now. See, some of y'all don't realize, we ain't got to get into techniques. I'll explain that to y'all when we start talking about schemes for the team. But if we can figure out, there are situations where all three guys can be on the field at once. And this would actually do wonders for Ogba and what he does well in this system. The Miami Dolphins, they can't screw this up because you're going to get him for a good price. He's getting older now. You know, there's a lot of really good free agents still available. It's just in the NFL, I got to be honest with you, they kind of throw away the older guys. And they're starting to see that. They throw away the older guys in the NFL. But Melvin Ingram is the guy that I would love for us to go to get. He ain't got to be a starter. He ain't got to play 80% snaps. He can come in, be a relief, have a good rotation. And if anybody gets hurt, this is perfect because I keep telling y'all, we don't have depth at the DN position. I keep telling y'all that. Not the kind of depth that you like. Not the kind of depth that you like. And let me tell you another thing. Here's what's funny about it, too. I remember a few weeks ago, I was like, you know, We still got a lot of things to do on this team. I love the talent that we're bringing in, but we don't have any depth at the corner position. We don't have any depth at the defensive end position. We don't have. I was saying all that stuff, and people saying, "Oh man, we got all this talent, and you still hating?" I wasn't hating. Obviously, the Miami Dolphins, even though we don't have depth at the defensive end position, and we need to do something about that. We need to do something about that. So this would be a huge move for the Dolphins, man. And you know what? I'm starting to feel like, because we got $22 million, right? I'm starting to feel like this is where they start rounding out the roster. And listen, there's a lot of back channel talk about a big deal still might be coming through, but we'll see. We'll see, all right? But this is the time right before the draft, you start rounding out your roster. Round it out. Go ahead and get that defensive end. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but the Miami Dolphins, they also recognize what I recognize, that we need an interior linebacker. Look at this. The Dolphins met with Georgia inside linebacker Channing Tindall, which I don't think he's going to be available at the picks we got, but who knows what they got up their sleeve. Maybe they moving up, or maybe they trying to swap one of those first next year to come into this year. I don't know what's going to happen. But all of these are possibilities. And they brought him in for a visit. Georgia inside linebacker Channing Tindall. That would be huge. That would be huge. Imagine that move. Keep an eye on that situation. Georgia's inside linebacker Channing Tindall. They need to go get Melvin Ingram. Imagine us putting ourselves in a position to go get Tindall in the draft, develop him, make sure that he's a quality player that can be the guy for us potentially. And man, I sit back and I say to myself, what else would this team need? What else does this team need? We got the receivers. We got a great running back core now by committee. This would solidify even the depth at the DN. We might have a plan for the internal linebacker. I can deal with what we have on the linebacking core for the outside. The interior D-line is one of our strongest areas on the team that people don't recognize. The corners are locked down. The safeties are legit. What else do we need? Maybe we could take, dang, what else do we need? Defense should be set by then. All we would need is a right tackle. All we would need is a right tackle. All we need is a right tackle. A right tackle. I like our tight end room overall, bringing Gesicki back. Now, I wonder what, it's going to be amazing to see what the coach can do with Hunter Long this year. A proven tight end coach. What else do we need? So, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, we're 4 pieces away from saying we loaded. And the draft ain't even happened yet. We are 4 pieces away from saying we loaded. We loaded. So, again, let me go down them 4 pieces. Okay? Defensive end, depth, and they might be addressing that now. A right tackle. Okay? An inside linebacker, and maybe one more corner for depth. I know they brought the gentleman in as the special teams guru, but I can't count him because he ain't got the work on the field. He got the intangibles. He got the speed. He got the length. He got all of the attributes. Let's see what Surtain and Madison can do, but I can't count him because he ain't had no playing time for me to say, yeah, that guy legit. He a special teams ace. So what we need, we're four pieces away, y'all. So I hope they can strike a deal with Melvin Ingram. And then we be 3 pieces away. We probably can, if we smart, we can see if we can get back up in the early part of the draft with these draft picks and get the inside linebacker. And then we would need a right tackle and a corner. Right tackle in the corner. And the right tackle, they're gonna go with the guys we got. Like let me help y'all understand. I know I keep advocating we need a right tackle. We need a right tackle. I know I keep advocating that. But it's not likely to happen outside of the draft and a developmental piece because we got too many linemen now that we drafted that we're connected and locked on that you have to see which one of them can play the position because you can't bring in somebody. It's hard to bring in another guy and then say we got all these other guys. Like we literally have like a 5-man bench. So it's not likely that they're going to go get a quality right tackle. Somebody's just going to have to work at that position. And it'll be one of the main positions that we're curious about. I just don't like it because the right tackle is Tua's blind side. Like, the right tackle is Tua's blind side. Like, you got Armstead, but, you know, you don't need the greatest player on a strong side. On your sight side, if that's what you want to call it. You don't need the strongest player. I mean, it's a luxury. But your blind side is what gets paid the money, and unless Teddy started. But we ain't gonna argue. We not gonna get into no arguments about no Teddy starting, all right? Oh my gosh, it just ain't make no sense though, right? But it is what it is. So if Jesse Davis was the guy last year on the blind side, now you're finna have Eichenberg or Jackson probably on the blind side. And I could tell you now, they didn't play well last year. And if that was Tua's blind side last year, they might have gotten him hurt. At least he got to see them messing up and do stuff about it last year. Think about that. At least Tua got to see, Austin Jackson got beat. Let me try to get out of here. Oh, Eichenberg got beat this time. Let me try to get out of here. Now you're going to switch them to his blind side? Oh, Eichenberg got beat. Oh, I got killed. Oh, Jackson got sent. So that's why I'm the one that's sitting here saying, get the man a blind side. Get the man a blind side. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Or maybe, who knows? They might be switching Hunt out to the tackle. I don't know. It doesn't look like that's going to be the case, though, in my opinion. I don't think that's what they're going to do. All right? Melvin Ingram, like 40. He's 32 years old. Remember, you're not bringing him in to like be the starter or nothing. But a guy who's done it, knows what it takes. Quality depth, man. See, these are the guys we used to go get to start and taking old chances on them. Now we get them to go be depth. That's how it's supposed to work. Salute to the Dolphins. Get the deal done, though. Get the deal done. Shake Money with the donation said, when is the round table? Hope that Mitchell isn't too attached to the AFC East Championship. LOL. You know what? I'm going to check with the guys. We might do something soon. We spread out the offseason. We'll probably do a show soon. Then we'll do one after the draft. And then we'll get Ghost again until training camp. So it's usually a seasonal thing. During the season, we have the round table. And out of season, we usually talk at the free agency. Free agency is kind of over, but this is around the time we'll probably do something. Maybe next week. I'll get with the guys, see if we can do it next week. And then after the draft, maybe a week after the draft, we'll do it. So do an episode. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep you posted, though, because I tend not to do it on my channel because I have one of the larger channels. So it's like, hey, so we can do it. Let's do it on one of you guys' channels so that, you know, more people will, come to it. So I'll keep you posted and let you all know when, all right? But yeah, go secure Melvin Ingram. I'm in the situation now where I'm like, go ahead and take a draft pick from next year and move it up to this year and go get you an inside linebacker. I like it. I like Channing Tindall. I didn't know much about him, but he was definitely on my list that I was starting. But then when we got rid of them picks, I stopped doing draft stuff. I went with the biggest needs we had. I was looking at linebackers. corners because we need to find somebody to replace the two guys we got now in the future. So I was looking at that possible investment by the Dolphins and a few other positions, primarily on the O-line and the tight end. I just feel like the tight end position, they playing with Gesicki, so we don't know how that's going to go. But yeah, he was definitely one of the sleepers on there, kind of underrated in my opinion. Had the accolades, great player in my opinion. But at the same token, I know we need an inside linebacker. There ain't no question about it. Everybody knows that, but we're gonna do it by committee, just like our running backs. That's how we're looking at it, y'all. They're doing it by committee, just like our running backs. Okay, so whatever you do, Miami, get this done. Go get Melvin Ingram, because I know people are like, oh, our defense is straight already. No, we got to round it out. What happens if Ogba get hurt? What happened if Jalen Phillips get hurt? I know we got the Van Ginkles and all of them other world, but trust me, you need some depth. We definitely need the depth. We need that one. We need the, that's all. Remember, I'm going to keep saying this over the next few days, the next few weeks. 4 positions I look to fill before training camp. Remember, we do those 4, and I'm going to tell you the level that they need to be at. Number 1, defensive end. They need to be at the level of a guy like Melvin Ingram. You ain't got to be a superstar anymore, just good quality reps. You're the insurance policy. You're not going to cost much, but you can make some noise and you can make some plays and create pressure. That's all you need. That's number 1. Number 2, we need a backup corner, man. This defense has suffered for 2 years because the injuries our corners have labored. And we played primarily zone when they were hurt. They were still on the field, but we played a lot of zone. And then when they finally felt like they were healthy, that's when we deployed man and we dominated everybody we played defensive-wise. So we need to and those 2 guys, the beautiful thing is, barring any offseason injury, those 2 guys should be healthy for camp ready. One of the first times they would be coming into camp healthy. I think. Hopefully they come to camp healthy. This will be the first time that those 2 guys, Byron and X, come to camp healthy. So do that. But we need depth at the position. We need another quality corner. Coleman, gone. I don't know if I can call it a failed experiment. He didn't play bad, in my opinion, but as the year, like he started out really good, y'all. I mean, y'all don't understand. I don't know if y'all followed it, but Coleman started out really good on the season. And through all the sauce, like the last 8 games when we were on the winning streak, he disappeared. He wasn't as productive, just wouldn't. And Needham was a constant, quality, good player during that process. So we need a quality corner for number 1 to be able to spare those guys if they need to rep off. And number 2, if a guy gets hurt, we don't have it. We're taking a nickel and putting them on the boundary or saying, Noah, you're up. You get my point. Anytime I mention Noah's name, you get my point, okay? So defensive end, corner, inside linebacker, but I do expect the Dolphins to go young in this area. But here's the thing I don't like. I don't want a solid veteran that's solid, you know. I'm still kind of taken by why Benardrick McKinney was cut. It just still doesn't make sense to me. He was, in my opinion, the best interior linebacker we had. We had already restructured his deal, broke it down, and I have no clue. There's neither here nor there. He's gone. But it just took me. I didn't get that whole situation, which would have really helped us in the run game. But anyway, so I'm like, maybe we don't need a veteran at the position because a great veteran is going to cost some money, and I don't think they want to make a $13 million investment at this point. They need to go in the draft and get a young stud, though. And I understand players who maybe not the number one in their position, but guys like Shannon Tyndale, that's about where you want to end up. And I want you to go get a guy that if you can coach up the right way, he can potentially steal a day one job. Be that good. That's just how I feel about it. That middle linebacker, I think, is very important for us. We need somebody physical, man. Jerome Baker's good at pursuit. Getting in the trenches and banging for it. I mean, we can debate that all day. I don't see it on film. I mean, some people do, but I don't. And I ain't trying to be down on the kid or hate on him. I just don't. I'm just calling it how I see it. Now, he's a whole lot more productive on the outside. But it is what it is. All right. And so that's the three positions all on defense. Ain't that crazy? We went into the season where the defense is secure, but that's really where you need some rounding of the roster. So those three areas on defense, and then you're done. You ain't got nothing else to do, man. Go get your linebacker, get your defensive end, and give me another quality corner depth. We're done. We're done. We're done on defense. Don't even look at it to alter it. Don't even think about it, okay? And then on the offensive side of the ball, technically we're done because we're not going to get we may go get a right tackle, but then it'll just be so – it just wouldn't add up. If you know this team and you understand the team, we know we need it, but it wouldn't make sense. We got too many guys under contract that would be fighting for the position now. I mean, you got Eichenberg. Like, think about it. What you got starting right now. You got the left tackle secured. That's a starter. You got the left guard secured. That's a starter. I am telling you, Dieter is going to be the starting center. And he ain't played bad, okay? Dieter is the one guy that didn't play bad to where you can look at him and say, he deserves to continue to work right there at center. And let's continue to see if we can get him progress. And think of it. Now he's going to have two solid rocks next to him. He didn't have that before. He had to deal with Austin Jackson next to him. And Solomon Kinley, who wasn't getting it done. And I still ain't giving up on Solomon Kinley. I like his intangibles, so I hope they can develop that into something. So I like Dieter in the middle. I don't have an issue. If anybody else does, okay, but I don't have any issue with Dieter in the middle. Left tackle secure, left guard secure. We got our center, Robert Hunt at right tackle. Technically, I like our line. I like our line right now. We just missing a quality right tackle, but we got too many guys. I mean, y'all help me out because I might miss some of them. You got Solomon Kinley. You got Austin Jackson. You got I just said his name, Liam Eichenberg. You got those three guys. It might be one more that I'm missing. It might be one more that ain't got a spot right now in the starting group that I'm just not thinking about off the top of my head. And y'all will probably help me out just in case. But even if it's just those three guys, that's why it's not likely to go get a right tackle. Robert Jones, you're right. That's 4. Somebody got to work there. Somebody has to work out there. You got too many guys under legitimate contract. Somebody got to work out there. Liam Eichenberg too young to say, nah, we throwing him away. And he got more upside than anybody on the line because where he came in with his draft status, he already playing better than Austin Jackson, some could argue. And Austin Jackson was the 16th overall pick. Or 18, one of them. I'll be getting them and Jalen Phillips mixed up. So that's why it's not likely. The only issue I have is, God dog, why the one position that ain't likely got to be Tua Tagovailoa's blind side? Why? See, we found every way we possibly can. This is where I get my Tua near hat on. You know, I need me a Tua near hat. Hold on. Let me Tua near it up. See, when I start talking for Tua, I got to show him love when I start talking for him, Y'all see that see-through one? Y'all don't know nothing about that, baby. Woo! Y'all see that see-through one? It's GOAT status, baby. That's GOAT status. And look at the back. The back is pure gold plated, but why is the front see-through if the back isn't? Ooh. Yeah, man. When I do, see, I got all kind of stuff like this. I got all kind of stuff. The problem I have is I want to be proud to wear it. Okay, so all y'all who think I'm the biggest Tua hater, so when I get in my Tua near mode, I gotta feel a little tropic. Feel a little tropic when I want to make an excuse for him. I don't know. All right, so this is my Tua near segment where I'm a Tua near. Okay, I don't know what it is, but we have found every way possible to like. Oh, don't get me wrong, he ain't got no excuse this year, okay? But we neglect this man with the utmost neglect every chance we get. You go get weapons and do all of that, but then you sit there and don't get a quality right tackle on his blind side. He already got hurt because of his blind side. The man already got hurt because of his blind side. Caused us the playoffs because we probably would have at least won one of them games we lost because of his blind side. And we find every way to neglect what's most important. That's why I be having my take sometimes that some of y'all call trash when I say they building this team for somebody else. Because it don't make sense. But that's where we are because we got too many guys now that you can't go get a right tackle because it would be a massive mismanagement of resources. That's something EM always say. A pure neglect in resources. But you got to cut your losses at some point. The 2019 draft in the first round, Chris Greer, you were trash. And I'm still holding out hope for Tua. But them other two, now they young. We can't make it seem that way. But as of right now, sanitation. Sanitation. Trash. And this is a trash can, by the way. Woo! It's see-through, huh? Everything see-through, baby. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about this gear, man. It's all see-through, baby. Even the Hawaiian alohas, you see the teal? It's all see-through, baby. It's all see-through, even the teal pieces. Nah, it's because I got the green screen on. That's why some of the stuff looks see-through, man. Oh, man. Anywho, this man says sanitation. Hey, it is. It is, all right? But I'm just saying, man, they find every way to neglect this man. And this is why people think that I'm a hater, because all I can do on this channel is give you what our team gives us. In every step of the way, they have given us indication that they don't believe in him. And when I watch the film, I see good things and I see bad things, but I can only give you what they're giving us. And they act like they don't believe in the man. Every chance they get, they want to replace him. First, they wanted Burrow, and they didn't want him. Then half the organization wanted Herbert, and then the other half won and got Tua. Then even before we got Tua, they tried to get. See, y'all forgot they tried to get Teddy Bridgewater in 2019 before we drafted Tua. Did y'all forget that? 2018, excuse me. Do y'all remember when Ryan Fitzpatrick and Josh Rosen was here? And they brought in Josh Rosen to see if he could be the guy, but he couldn't be the guy. They actually tried to go get Teddy Bridgewater then to see if he can come in and win a starting job and become the franchise quarterback. That was 3 years ago when Teddy was 25 years old. Y'all forgot that already? I hope you didn't forget it. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I can only give y'all what the team giving us, and that's why I tell y'all the truth. Some people don't like it, but it's the truth. Don't be mad at me, be mad at the team. I just got to give you the facts. And Teddy turned us down. This was before we drafted Tua. They were heavily pursuing Teddy Bridgewater to be our starting quarterback and be our future. This was before they got Fitz. Fitz was a result of Teddy turning us down. They wanted Teddy back then. Yeah, and Scar is correct. I was just gonna bring that up. They tried to go check out Tyrod Taylor too. Call me a hater. Just telling you what's been chronologically how this team been shrewdly moving before Tua. This started before Tua. And people get mad at me because I say Teddy is a good player and he could challenge Tua right now. Let me give you some few more facts. Before San Francisco tried to get Jimmy G, they were trying to get guess who? And this is a fact. Before they got Jimmy G from New England and traded, guess who they tried to get? Guess who the San Francisco 49ers tried to bring in? Mike McDaniels and company tried to bring this man in to be the guy and not Jimmy G. Guess who that was? Teddy Bridgewater. These are facts. These are facts. This isn't TD trying to make this conspiracy and trying to make it look like this and blah, blah, blah. The Dolphins tried to get him. He turned us down. And San Francisco tried to get this man before Garoppolo. Because believe it or not, in the West Coast system, if you didn't see Tua, Garoppolo, Tyrod or Fitz play, any of these people play, Tyrod Taylor fits the West Coast system better than every single one of them. His intangibles, because he can read the 3 levels of the field. He could throw all 3 levels. He doesn't hesitate. He let it fly. He puts it out in front of the guy. He on the money. He does have the arm. I mean, is he a 0 to 9 yard accuracy at 70% or 80% like Tua? Nobody's 74, which is darn good. And another thing that Teddy Bridgewater does very well, he is a true pro system quarterback as well. See, you could switch the system up with Teddy. I don't know if he'd be great in the RPO, but you could switch the system up with Teddy. This is why they coveted him. People act like Teddy old. Teddy is 28 years old, and don't forget, he ain't even play that much because of these crazy punctures and lungs and all of that crazy stuff and the injuries. But what shocked me was when Teddy got hurt, I said he done. But when I watched that film last year, no, sir, Teddy's still moving and on. But I don't understand it. I don't understand. Like, I want y'all to tell me this. Here's what's funny. Before free agency, we already did this, ladies and gentlemen. We asked all Dolphin fans, what is the number one position that the Dolphins need to secure in the offseason? We're going to secure many. We're going to get receiver, lineman, all of that. What is the number one position we need to address? Not unit, but position, specific position. If you want to say defensive end, tell me if it's the right or the left. What was the number one position that all of us said that we need to secure? And not quarterback, all right? I already see some of y'all ready to throw drafts. Not quarterback. What was the number one position for Tua that we needed to secure? I mean, everybody was on the same page. And when I say everybody, 80% or more, you always have people spread out, but 80% or more. We all said the same thing. What was the number one position, not unit? So if you say O-line, don't tell me O-line. Which position on the O-line? What was the number one position we all in unison said we need to address for Tua? And all of y'all are correct in the comment section. Right tackle. And what is the one position that we are most empty at right now? You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. And they try to listen. I've been telling y'all, they have straight up neglected this kid. They continue to neglect my brother. My brother, man. They have neglected him since he was drafted. You can't make this up. And you wonder why I have the takes that I have. That they don't believe in him as being the future. They have showed you that every step of the way. And the sad part is, if they would have did him right from day one coming in the door, I know he would have been the future in year 3. And now you got us in year 3 like, we'll see. We got all the weapons. We got all the stuff, but we'll see. Y'all going to be so mad at that kid go out there balling out and his right tackle get him killed again. I'm going to be mad. Well, more so, I told you so. Not that he get hurt, because I don't wish that on anybody, but that the right tackle need to be addressed. If anything, I would have let them keep on battling it out on the left side. And I feel like I love the Teron Armstead move because it's going to help with the running game on that side. But I feel like you just did that to say that you got one of the best at a position in free agency. Just me. He is a man amongst boys, but at the same token, I feel like you did that just to say that you really made some moves in free agency and got some of the best of the best. See, this is where they can be like, gosh, this guy can't be happy about nothing. Tell me what I'm saying is wrong. Tell me what I'm saying to you is wrong. Have they not neglected Tua since the day he walked in the building? They constantly neglect him. And you go get all of this stuff, and the one thing that you don't secure is the right tackle, and you leave the scraps to say one of y'all gonna win this job. And it's gonna be sad. You know why? If that kid misses games or anything like that because of their neglect, they're gonna insert Teddy, and it's gonna be perfect for him. Teddy gonna see everything coming on his right, and he know his blind side is secured, and he just gets to play football. And he might play the best football of his entire career because Teddy Bridgewater has never had a team like this. Teddy Bridgewater has never had a roster like this. Teddy Bridgewater has never had offensive weapons collectively like this. Teddy Bridgewater ain't never had a combination of a run pass like this with protection. And the only weakness on the offense is something that he could see coming 85, 90% of the time. 85, 90% of the time. You got a young quarterback in Tua Tagovailoa who ain't even really truly played 2 seasons yet. Truth be told, the kid only played like 1 season total, and you can add another 4 games in there. That's about it. and you want to sit there and still have him having to worry about his right side? Kid need to just focus on seeing the field and being able to read it, but you got him doing the elements that he's supposed to be growing into, but he got to deal with it day one, man. Nah, you ain't fooling me. You've been straight up neglect, and this is where I'm seriously on Tua's side in this regard. You have neglected this kid from day one since he came into the league, and I've been telling y'all that, but that's why my takes are the way that they are. They feel like they made a mistake and or they don't like him for some reason. I don't know why you wouldn't like him. He's definitely likable. I don't know. Anyway, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Bring him to daddy, okay? Anyway, man, I'm about to go get the little one from school. It's coming up on that 3 o'clock hour. This is TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Put some respect on my quarterback name. All right. At the end of the day, he's been neglected. He's still getting neglected. And I hope they address it. Not likely that they will, but we'll see. I'm gonna have faith that we can develop the right tackle position to be solid. We really hope they can. I hope they can develop it, because if he gonna have a chance to be his best, I want to see his best this year, man. Because if that works out, man, this is glorious. This is gonna be a glorious time in franchise history for the Dolphins if Tua can be our franchise quarterback. I keep telling y'all, if he can be the franchise quarterback and keep all our draft capital, man, our future is like dynasty. Are we talking like we got capital to run us for years for dynasty? Players and capital. You can start rotating out with young players, man. If Tua could be the guy. And if they don't do him right and he's not the guy, then unfortunately we got to use all that capital to just be another good team that hope we can win next year. I'd rather Tua become the guy. I have all my reservations about him and doubts, but I'd rather him be the guy. Let's see if he can get it done, man. This is CD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Salute to everybody who shared the tweets on Twitter. We hit over 20,000 subscribers. We continue to do it big. I appreciate all the love and support. We're going to keep on doing it big. Fins up no matter what. I love y'all. Stay up. We're going to have a good show tonight. I'm going to try to bring a lot of y'all on. But anyway, I got to get out of here, go get the little one from school. I'll see y'all soon. Peace. I am out.